everybody, welcome back to my craps table. I am the Rocky Mountain Roller, and I think today's session is going to be a fun one. And since this pandemic is still raging on, I think we're going to call this strategy the 6/8 Super Spreader. Now this is nothing new. This is in a book that I've read here by John Patrick, in case you guys want to read. It's called Advanced Craps. It's an older book. Back when they had, $5 and $10 tables. Basically, this strategy calls for low house edge bets, all right? And as you guys know, the pass line is 1.41% house edge. The don't pass line is 1.38%. And placing the 6 to the 8 is 1.51% house edge. Now, why is that significant? Well, it's a low house edge bet. So instead of playing the pass line, we're going to strictly do place betting, all right? So we're going to take, a little bit more house edge, but we're talking 1/10% just to place the 6 and the 8 after the point's been established, okay? The strategy calls for 3 times the table amount on the 6 or the 8, and once it hits, we spread it out to the inside numbers, the 5, the 6, 8, and the 9. So we are going to play on a $25 table. That means we need a $90 on the 6 and $90 on the 8. All right? That's $180 of exposure. But the trick behind this, let's say the point's on 9, is once you hit the 6 or the 8, you're going to get paid $105. All right? And as soon as you get paid, once it hits the 8, let's say, you're going to ask the dealer to spread this out to the inside 110, okay? So now you see you got $30 on the 6 and the 8, that's $60, and then $25 on the 9 and $25 on the 5. So there's your 110. They'll give you $70 back, okay? But now essentially what has happened is you flipped. This shooter now can't hurt you as bad as what it was before, because now you only have $5 of exposure, okay? So you went from having $180 now to only doing a $5 bet, but now you've got an inside bet for $5, okay? And if it were to hit on the 5, 6, 8, or 9, as you know, it's going to pay $35, okay? So we take this over here, and now you have $30 of profit, okay? Now it's up to you what you want to do with the 30 bucks. You could, whatever hits, you could just raise it up, 1 unit. So if it hits a 5 or a 9, you'd raise it up by $25. If it hits the 6 or the 8, you could raise it up by 30, so then you have a $60 bet. And then if it hit again, then you could just take it down, or take it all down if you wanted to. So there's some variations off of this once you get to the inside numbers, once you get to the inside 110. In his book, he likes to take it down after 2 hits in the strategy to be ultra conservative. And the reason why that is because he's a big preacher of the fact that big red's going to show up, okay? The 7 is ultimately going to be due when you're in the game. So at some point, he likes to see you take this down, or at least take all the bets off after it's hit a certain number of times. That's for you to decide. So if it hits 3 times or 4 times, you would then you tell them that you want all of your bets off, and then you would wait for the shooter either to 7 out or to hit the point. And then at that point, once the point's established again, you can put the 110 back up there and then go, let's say, 3 hits and down, okay? And then if he hits the point or 7's out, or if he hits the point, for example, you put the 110 back out there, and then you do 2 hits and down and so forth, because the 7's going to show up. And he'd rather see you collect what's up here versus keep pressing, and then all of a sudden you don't make a dime because all you did was press it, okay? Now you are going to get into hot rollers and stuff like that. It's going to be hard. It's a very disciplined approach. But we're going to try it out here today and see how it works. And like I said, we are going to play on a $25 table. Unfortunately, I think they're here to stay right now during this pandemic. In Colorado right now, there are no table games. The last time I was in Vegas, you could only put 6 people around a craps table. So the casinos are going to charge whatever they're going to charge. And I was very hard pressed to find a $15 table at night. During the day I could, but I mean that's not when we like to play usually. So we'll stay with a $25 table. And for this strategy, he recommends trying it on 10 shooters. And as you know, $180 times 10 is 1,800 bucks. That's a lot of money. So we'll start out with 1,000, and we'll just see how this works. And we'll keep track of the shooters. I'm going to give you some reds here. Okay. There's your $1,000. I'll put this up in the chip rack up here for you guys, and we can see how this works. We're completely bypassing the come out roll. If the dice do come to you and you don't want to roll, you can pass on the dice. It doesn't matter. Okay, you do not have to roll, but if you do want to roll, there's a variation of this that I can show you, and we'll wait to get to you. So, all right, here comes the 6/8 super spreader. Here we go. All right, we got an 11, a Yo 11 that doesn't affect us because we're not playing the pass line right now. There's a 3 craps, doesn't matter, and there's a 5. So we have a point now on 5. So here's the hard part. You're going to have to hand the dealer, in the come box of course, 6 reds and 6 greens. So there it is. There's $180 getting on the table right now. I don't know about you, but I'm sweating a little bit. Let's hope that this shooter hits a 6 or an 8. Come on, shooter. Come on, shooter. Of course, there is no such thing as a winning strategy, folks. So there it is. 7 out. So we just lost 180 bucks. Sorry about that. That hurts. And comes back off again. So we're on shooter number 2. And let's see if we can get this another shot here. Alright, come out roll. Bypassing it, we don't care. Okay, there's the 8 that we should have had last time, right? Alright, so rinse and repeat. 6 reds, 6 greens. And you'll tell the dealer that you want $90 6/8. Okay? So they'll place it out here for you. There's your 90 bucks, or $180 actually. And here we go. Come on, shooter. Oh, thank goodness. We got a 6 right off the get-go. Fantastic. All right. So you get paid $105. You'll tell the dealer I want to do the take my bet down to inside 110, and then they'll give you $70 back, and there's your inside. So we are all set up now with a $5 exposure versus the $180 that we started with. However, we are down $180, so I think we're going to be a little bit more aggressive right now, depending on how this plays out. Okay, so now we are up. We got a 9 on that roll, so $35. Up to you what you want to do. I think I'm going to collect this for now. Okay. We want to get 2 more hits on the 6 or the 8, so we already have 1 hit. So let's try to get another one here before we take this down. And there's a 4. An easy 4. Come on, shooter. 3 craps. 3 craps. And there's another 6. So the 6 is hit twice. So I think that we will collect this for now. Okay. So now we're $70. So we still got 110 to come back, right? So we'll wait, that was 2 hits, right? Okay, so this is where you can make the decision on what you want to do. So since we are down a little bit, I think I'm going to wait for the shooter to hit the point or to 7 out before I'll bet on him again. We'll just be conservative right now since we hit twice. So here we go. Oh my goodness, there's a 7 out. All right, thank goodness I took that down. All right, so now we're on to another shooter. Okay, we'll take these. We're bypassing the come out roll. Okay, we got a 10. We have an easy 10. So now it's up to you what you want to do. If you want to go back to $180 of exposure and try this all over again, or if you just want to throw out the 110 back out there. It's completely up to you how you want to do this. So let's just show the 110 real quick, since it's already paid for, right? Even though you're down, you have $110 of exposure, and we're hoping for 2 hits on the 6 and 8, and we'll take it down, okay? The other option, there's a 5. The other option would be to place $90 again on the 6 and the 8, okay? But that's completely up to you, and then do the same thing that we did before, the super spreader. So right now we'll stick with this. We got $35 on that hit, so we'll take that, put it up in our rack, okay? Roll again. Okay, there's an 8. There's an 8 right there, so there's another 35 bucks. We'll take that. So we want one more hit on the 638, and we'll take this down. There's a 10. The shooter hit its point. Okay, so the point is now off. It's up to you if you want to play the pass line now, since the shooter hit its point. It's completely up to you how you want to play it, but since the point's off, we ever place bets, we'll just leave it. So here's another come out roll. Okay, so we got a hard 6 on that. Hard 6. So point is now on 6. And let's see if we can get 2 hits at the 6 or the 8. Oh, there's a hit the point. Wow, shooter's doing pretty good right now. So there's $35. Point is now off. It's up to you what you want to do with this. You can collect it or press it. I think we're just going to collect for now. And let's see how the shooter does here. Okay, there's a 4. So now the point is on 4. Okay. So I think we've made back our initial 180. So if you want, we could start pressing with this, and it's up to you how you want to press. So they rolled a 9. So since the 6 and 8 are the most rolled numbers, you could say, well, I want to press the 8 since the 9 rolled, or, you know, there's no rhyme or reason behind it. Or if you just like the 9, you could say you could press the 9, but I think we'll press the 8 in this case. And the only reason why I decided to press the 8 is because it's next to the 9. So let's see how it happens here. And oh my goodness, there's an 8. There we go. So we'll collect that. So that's $70 there. Okay. Up to you what you want to do. Maybe you want to press up the 6 then to 60. Okay. We'll do that. So if we get another hit here, we're going to take this down. All right. But we'll put that up into our chip rack. Doing pretty good. And there's a 7 out, of course. I got greedy. All right, so now all this comes down. But see, if we were to try to take it down after 2 hits or 3 hits or however you wanted to play this, you get to keep that for the next shooter. Okay, so let's say it's your roll and you really want to roll. It's something you want to do. I understand. Everybody likes to roll the dice. You're going to have to play the pass line then at this point, okay? And let's take these and I'll roll for you guys. Hopefully you're lucky. Of course not. 3 craps. Pass line loses their bet. So you're going to put down another 25 bucks. And we'll roll again here for you. And there's an 8. So point is now on 8. Okay. Now you were going to do place bets on 6 and 8 for $90 each, right? So let's just put 90 bucks out there right now for the 6. Okay. Now you can do, if you want, you can do 3 times your odds on the back. So in a sense, you're betting 90 out there, but you're really betting 100. I hope you guys understand that. You've already got $25 out there. You put 3 times the odds back here. So it's $100. So really, it's not 180, it's $190 you have exposed out there right now. Okay? But it's just $10 more. And if we hit the 6, we'll spread that out between the 5, 6, and 9. Okay? So here we go. And there's a 7 out. Ouch. Yeah, ouch. That did not go as planned. So I hope you guys understand that if you were to hit the 9, we would then get $105. This is if, okay? And then you would spread this out to the 9 here, and then you get $10 back. And then essentially the only exposure you would have then would be your odds on the back plus your $100. So you'd have $100, $105 of exposure. And hopefully you'd hit the 8 and you'd collect it. But that's if you wanted to roll. You don't have to roll. You can pass that on. Okay? All right. Well, that hurt. That took a big chunk out of your bankroll. So let's give this one more try. Hopefully this next shooter will be hot. And we'll take this. All right. Bypass the come out roll. There's a 6. Okay, so the point now is on 6. And like we did before, 6 greens and 6 reds for $90, 6 and 8. There you go. So, and there's a 12 craps. So if you wanted to, you don't necessarily have to spread it out to the 9 and the 5. You just want to stay on the 6 and the 8. You could then, once you hit one of these, you could then do $120 then on the 6 and the 8. And you'd only have a $15 bet out there. And if it hits again, you get paid $70 and you could regress down to 30. And then you just have $60 out there, but you've hit this twice and you got $105, then 70. So you'd make $175 plus whatever money you took down, then you have a $30 6 and 8 at the end. If you regress 3 times, and then yeah, it's $60 that's out there versus the 180 that you had out to begin with. That's another way of playing it if you wanted to. Oh, there's an 8. Nice. There's an 8. So you get paid $105. Tell the dealer we're gonna super spreader out there. We're gonna do the inside 110 and give you $70 back plus your 105. Okay. So now we've got our 110 inside out there again. Okay. If you wanted to, like I said, you could do a $60 6 and 8 instead and not place the 5 or the 9 if you want to just play 6 or 8. That's another way of doing this. And then if you hit again, you would regress down then to $30 6 and 8. Oh, we hit a 6. We hit the point. Fantastic. All right, so now I paid $35. So now we are up $30 on this particular roller. So this guy can't hurt us. But we don't want to lose $110 either. So since we bypassed the come out roll, there's a 2. That does not affect us. All right. And there's an 11, a yo 11. Point still off, so that does not affect us at all because we are not playing the pass line. There's a 7. And there's an 11. Wow. If you're on the pass line, you'd be doing pretty good. Be up $75. Okay, so there's an 8. There's an 8. So now you can get as aggressive as you want, or you can be as conservative as you want. You can do 2 hits and down, or we can just continue to press this up and see how we do. Let's see how this roller does. It all depends on the dice. All depends on the dice. Okay, so we got a 9 there. Okay. So we get paid $35. Up to you how you want to do it. I'm going to do the 6-8. So let's just say because it hit the 9 here, no rhyme or reason. I'm just doing this because of the points on 8. We'll raise that to $30 up to 60. Okay. And there's a 5. There's a 5. So there's $35. I'm going to raise now the 6 because it hit on this side of the table. No rhyme or reason for that. Just the way, I guess, the dice roll. Now I'm hoping for a 6 or 8 right now. Oh, and there's an 8. Hit the point. Nice. Okay, so we get paid $70 for that. Point is now off. Okay, so we'll go ahead and collect this $70 up here, and let the shooter roll again. And they rolled a 6. So point now is on 6. So it's up to you if you want to regress these, but we'll keep those up. If we hit those again, we'll press it up $30 each to 90, and we'll see what happens. There's a 6-point winner. So point now comes to off. We get paid $70. So I think in this case we are going to press this up, both of them up, from 60 to 90. Okay. So we got $180 plus $50 out here, or 25 and 25. So let's see if this shooter can get another point here. There's 3 craps. Doesn't affect us because we're not playing the pass line right now. Oh, and there's an 8. So points on 8. All right, let's hope for another hit here. There's a 3 craps. 3 craps. Ah, there's a 7. Shoot. I was hoping. All right, so all this comes down, unfortunately. And that's gambling, you know. We wanted to get 1 hit out of this, and then we would have taken it down, or at least regressed it. So, take the dice here. So, I hope you guys kind of got the hang of that, the 6/8 super spreader. Obviously, there's variations that you can play off this, so it's kind of fun. You can play any way you like, and that's kind of why I like it. You don't necessarily have to play all the inside numbers. If you just wanted to say on the 6/8, you could regress it. That's another way to play this strategy. But like I said before, there is no winning strategy in this game. So you just have to be mindful of that. But if this is how you like to play, it's kind of a fun way to play. I know there's a lot of risk at the beginning, but if it keeps hitting the 6 and the 8, your exposure goes down as you continue to hit these numbers. So it's kind of fun. So let's see here. So there's 500 right there, and here's another 100, 100. So there's $600, 700, 800, and yeah, we got beat up here at the beginning, but there's another 100 right there, and then 25, and 30, 40. So not too bad. I mean, you didn't lose that much. So here's 500, 600, 700, 800, 900 bucks. And then 40. So you lost 60 bucks on all that, play there. And we could have obviously played that differently. Like I said, between the 6 and the 8, depending on how you want to press, or how you want to regress, or if you want to take it down after 2, that's completely up to you. But yeah, if you guys have a strategy you would like to see, I mean, leave me a comment. I'd be happy to show it to you. See how it works. We can roll it out together. If you liked it, please please subscribe. I'll continue to do more content here. And I hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing great. I had a great time today. Hope you did too. We'll see you later.